I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to Magnet Galleries. I'm Suzanne Silver, one of the managers of Magnet, and it's our great pleasure to be hosting the inaugural show of this year's Mapping Melbourne Festival. We feel greatly honoured to have been chosen to hold this exhibition, Desivolution. And before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which this building stands, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and I'll pay my due respect to their elders, both past and present. I'd like to welcome you all here, whether you've been to Magnet or not. And my next pleasant duty is to invite our Mistress of Ceremonies, Trinidad Este, who is going to say a few words and conduct proceedings hereafter. So welcome to you all. Trinidad.
Thank you, Suzanne. My name is Trinidad. I'm from Multicultural Arts Victoria, and I want to welcome everyone to this Desivolution exhibition. It's a great pleasure to be here, and thanks for supporting. Well, I want to talk a little bit about Mapping Melbourne as well. It's a contemporary Asian arts festival that is starting today with this event, and it will run for 2 weeks until the 17th of December. And this exhibition is part of the festival. We're really proud of the work that Sonia did. You see all the photography here, and she's been working in this project for a while, and this is her passion. Some of you are friends with Sonia and know that she's an architect, but she's been doing photography for around 15 years. So this is her first solo exhibition. So we want to thank Magnet Gallery for giving her the opportunity to exhibit here, and we are really proud of what she achieved here. So thank you, Sonia, and also to Michael Smith as well, that he's helped Sonia to set up all the exhibition and the video, and they did all the interviews with all the Indian restaurants around. I'm not going to explain much about the exhibition. I think Sonia would do it later, but just want to thank Magnet and the City of Melbourne as well for their support. And now I'm going to introduce Mr. Sorry, pronunciation, but it says Srini.
Yeah,
okay. So Srini is from the Victorian Multicultural Commission. He's a commission, so just want to pass on to him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, good friends. It's indeed a great opportunity for me to be here with you all on this wonderful evening and the launch of this 15-day event by Multicultural Arts Victoria. All of you, particularly from the Multicultural Arts Victoria, have been put in a lot of big efforts to get this going, and you have been doing this over many years. And the Victorian Multicultural Commission is very, very happy to have been involved with you and in supporting you over the years. And all I can say is I have already seen this exhibition. It's absolutely wonderful work. It's involved a lot of hard work on the part of the people who have been involved. And I am looking forward to hearing from them. And all I believe that we should be doing is encourage more people from all communities to take part in these events in the next fortnight. That's the only way where we will develop better understanding among the various communities about the different cultures. We may not agree with everything which we see, but if you make an attempt to understand, to listen, possibly some of those things actually transfer into your other behaviors and other parts of your life. That is the beauty of cultural interactions. So I won't tell you more about the importance of cultural interactions and how arts and crafts and the music and the dance of various disciplines, various traditions, how they go a long way in building bridges between the communities. And so I welcome and I encourage all of you to tell all your friends to go and attend as many functions as they can, because that is one good way for maintaining a socially cohesive society. We are very fortunate to have in Victoria and in Australia, when you compare with what's happening in other parts of the world, in the US or in Europe, etc. Even here we are getting some bad vibes from some parts of the communities. But I think it's up to us to engage with those people who may have a different view, explain to them about the beauty of the different cultures, and tell them that this is why it is. By the way, living together in a cohesive society from multiple cultures is actually very productive, very good for the economy. There are lots of research done on this. So I don't think people quite understand that a multicultural society is actually more productive for the economy and for the benefit of the economy. So I think I've said enough about my hobby horse. I wish you all well, and I hope you have a very pleasant time this evening in going through this exhibition. And I'm looking forward to the talk by the chef also, because when I arrived in Australia, in Melbourne in 1980, there were only very few Indian restaurants, and most of them were takeaways. But it's good that that cuisine has evolved. Now there are some upmarket restaurants here, as well as fusion and contemporary, etc. And the other wonderful thing I notice is Indian restaurants are very popular in the regional Victoria. I'm not sure whether you have had a chance to go to some of the places like Bendigo, for example. You get some excellent Indian food in those places. So it is very gratifying to see how the cuisine is also evolving, and how, as a culture, we are also evolving with it. Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk to you, and I wish you all the best. And I will now let the other speakers take their turn. Thank you.
Now I want to invite Beck Nakhare, is the chef at Tonka restaurant, to say a few words.
Thank you guys for having me here. Few months back, Sonia came to Tonka to do photography about Indian food. So I don't know whether you guys know about Tonka, but it's very contemporary, modern Indian food. We stick to traditional methods. We use a lot of Australian produce, and try to use classic training, which I come from. I've done my studies in French classical school back in Sydney, Le Cordon Bleu. So I use those techniques to infuse in our traditional Indian methods, and try to portray Australian produce in a way that people can enjoy Indian food, but in a more contemporary way, with a balance of spices, freshness, and good environment. So basically, Indian food in Australia for the last 10 years I've been here. It's pretty much takeaway butter chicken and rice. That's what I feel like. So people are very people pay $10 and be happy having butter chicken rice for dinner. But now I see Tonka I've been working at Tonka for 4 years now. So a lot of people come through those doors every Friday and Saturday nights. Those are my regular clients at the restaurants. So they really enjoy what we put up for them, in front of them, with our traditional curries, but use of whatever we have around us, like the Australian lamb, which is very great, as you guys know. So yeah, so the lamb curry which we do it's our biggest seller. So yeah, so I reckon Indian food in Australia is moving forward, and I'm sure people are gonna enjoy more delicious Indian food, and they're gonna love it, whatever we're doing in coming years. That's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you.
Now I want to introduce Sonia. Sonia Sarangi, the artist. She's going to talk and also going to show us a bit.
Thank you everyone for making it here during this fairly busy time of year. I really appreciate you coming down. Please take a moment to walk around if you haven't yet. The exhibition spills on from the main space into Gallery 2 and 3, so hopefully you won't miss anything. The installation where the photographs are displayed may seem superfluous, but it's our interpretation of a traditional Indian jali screen, and so we wanted something that sort of was a modern interpretation of something traditional. And it was designed as an alternate framing device for this beautiful khadi paper. I mean, it almost looks like canvas, and it's handmade. So on to the exhibition. There's this lovely quote from Maya Angelou, which says, "You can never go home again, but the truth is you never leave home, so it's all right." I think that captures beautifully what recent migrant communities often feel. We love our new home, Melbourne, and yet we carry our old homes within us. And it's only natural that some of us would try to bridge these two worlds with our efforts. And so among those people who are doing that are the participants in this exhibition, who are Babuji, Delhi Streets, Delhi 6, Original Chaiko, Overdosa, Tadka Boom, and Tonka. And thank you to all of you from all these places who are here tonight. Even in a city like Melbourne that marches on its stomach, it's a very competitive and brutal scene within the hospitality industry. Big or small, ideas can fail and often do. And in this context, I think it's really brave what each of these participants set out to do, because they each took a risk in presenting a facet of Indian food and culture that many of the locals do not understand. And in doing so, every day they are being cultural ambassadors. Some of them are here today, thank you again, and if not for their vision and their hard work, and for them letting us into their busy working lives, this exhibition wouldn't have been possible. Thank you. A lot more thank yous to go through, sorry, I'll make this fast. An exhibition like this isn't possible without a team full of people behind you, so I'll just quickly go through them. Thank you to Meg and Trinidad for believing in our pitch and for all your support as this idea has morphed through the years. Thank you to the brilliant folks at Magnet and Photonet, Michael, Suzanne and Daniel, for literally housing me for 3 days, and for moving mountains to source the khadi paper and for all their assistance and guidance through the set of the exhibition. Thank you to my business partner Michael for his unwavering belief in this idea from the start. And last but not least, to my darlings Rachit and dear Sana. All I do is because of you and for you. There's a lot more about the things of the exhibition that I think is best heard from the participants, about the people who are doing this every day. And so we've edited a short video that I think really lets their stories shine through. Welcome to Desivolution. I hope you enjoy the video.